the the we got the English, French, Deutsch, Espanol, Portuguese, Italiano. Uh, okay, well obviously we're doing English because what other would maybe Lola. Okay, fine. Of course, I played the Stanley Parable before. Please adjust the slider until the computer. Okay, there. That's totally very visible. Okay, there. That's better. The current time. How about I don't enter the current time, okay? Because I would like to make funny reference that I'm sure no one's ever done before in their lives. There's the funny reference that I'm sure millions of people have done that before, but I don't care because it's funny. 427 pum. Accessibility settings. Oh dear. It's the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. That's pretty cool. Like that. Okay, yep, that's all these things. Alrighty, that's moving on. Yeah, we'll just turn that down a bit, you know. And just do all that. It's so funny. Yep, the end is never 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 the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, what does Stanley do?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Wait, he pushed buttons on
Orders
a keyboard?
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
What?
how long to push them, and in what order.
What a very
This
fun
is what
job
employee
there.
427 did every day of every month of every year.
Yep, that's
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came.
Yeah, this is such a funny,
Though he had been
such a
made
stimulating
exactly
job,
for
you
this
know.
job. And Stanley was happy.
Yep, you just have to press buttons over and over. It's such a fun, it's the best job
And then
ever
one
to have.
day, something very peculiar happened.
Wait, what?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh no, what happened?
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What is he supposed to do
No
then?
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
What's going on?
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Oh, there was something wrong?
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, we stepped out of office. I hate undays. That's what that says, undays, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait, what happened to
could
my
it
co-workers?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I wonder why this employee only has a pencil sharpener, not a computer to work on. This is so funny, you know? It's so funny. Like, what is that? I like, whoa, I just hat my boss. Okay, fine. You just hat your boss. What? Be my Valentine. Okay, that's funny, you know? Like, who farted? Oh, what? Okay. Oh, that's a stupid mug name because that's lovely. What
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is the left door right here. Yeah, this totally.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge? Are you serious?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yeah, I'm just on top of plant.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, he didn't. Because he's on top of a leaf plant thing, yes.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utter...
Okay, fine. Maybe it's a little quiet. Who knows? So, like, bro, turn down. No. There, I just make it exactly right.
Captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yep.
Really worth it.
Yep, so worth it, am I right?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yeah, but this coffee maker looks very low quality compared to all the other things in here. That's so funny, you know?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Oh, he did?
And took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
That looks like a good place for you just... Like, no, I'm not going there because that's not even the door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
He wasn't 5 years ago. Well, penalty for misuse of cargo lift is $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift is apparently just $5,000. Really? Fine. Just...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah, of course I am.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
What's beautiful?
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Well,
give me a chance.
Where's my $5,000 fine that I'm apparently going to get for jumping off lifts? Like, where's my fine? Didn't happen. Don't have to pay nothing apparently. Like, seriously? What is it? No buckets. Let me get some buckets in this game because that's funny.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
This looks like the red door. Yeah, this is the red door right here.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
What?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh yeah, is this the red door? Well, this looks very red to me, you know.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
That's the blue door. No, that's not red. Oh, I see. You just moved it over here so that I wouldn't see it.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Yep.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Oh, yep.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Don't let... What the...
Do you see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map. Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yep, of course.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yep.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Oh, you did?
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Oh, it is?
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Are you kidding me?
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Stab in the
There
dark?
we go. A third option.
What?
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Oh, it does?
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna go this way because, yeah. not doing that no more. So.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Just gonna...
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful.
Hey, I'm not
what am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
So mad, eh?
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Bro, what? What is this? Worldwide leaderboard, why? What is this? Okay, million people, something like that, only playing for less than a minute? A what? A dead rat? I've been playing for 7 hours apparently, even though I just started the game. That's hilarious, you know. What the? Friends list is empty. Oh, I have no friends in this. Okay. What a stupid leaderboard. Wait, what is that? Okay, whatever that is over there. I see like a random white wall back there. That's hilarious, you know.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Okay, my honest answer is fuck you.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Wait, what? Boot up?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Are you serious?
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
No, I'm not playing
so
for 4
why don't
hours.
you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No, I'm not doing that. Bye. Oh.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Yeah, you're...
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
You're not going to try?
I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
What?
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Oh, we're going to play another game?
See. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What? What is the game going to be? Oh, no. The end is never the end is never the end. Is loading nev. Oh. The end's loading apparently, so that means that there must be an end that is ever there, you know. That's lovely. Wait, what?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Why?
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more.
Why?
Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Why does it make a Minecraft door sound low? What the? Oh, what is this down here? Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
Can't be. Can't be what?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What the?
Oh.
Why would you do that?
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Look out, whatever that. What? The end is loading. Okay, let's see the end loading then. What?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay, this...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Are you serious?
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Giant ball that goes into goals. Okay, great. Yeah, that's literally... Yeah, it's literally just doing this. No way, it's so funny.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yep.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yep.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Okay.
Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Yep.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Okay,
man. More balls!
Yep, there's just balls everywhere now. It's so crazy. Yep. I'm gonna do that. Alright, yep, just get in.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What do you mean it's over? Wait,
that's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes.
Your game?
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley.
What do you mean
Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best.
Oh, I'm the one who knows best?
Take care, Stanley.
Like, bro says it's his game. Like, yeah, this is definitely his game. I'm sure you make a game like this. Yeah, that's definitely not stupid at all. There's a giant hole.
Hold on. What are you doing?
What's this? The end keeps loading, apparently. The end keeps loading over.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
What is this? This... The filing cabinets. Work in progress. What in the world? Ceiling light. Iteration 184B. Alright, what is this? What the? Oh, apparently the stream's lagging or something because it looks super laggy. Alright, fine. Let's see that one. What is this? This looks like a game you would see in Source, you know, like, it looks like a knockoff of one of those Source games or whatever. Yeah, this is definitely not just the original game, you know, like, definitely not the original, like, game where, it's like just a mod of a game. Yeah, this is definitely not like the original version of the game, you know. like, yep, 2 doors thing. No way, it's so funny. What the? Okay, yep, like got ported textures and everything. Oh, look at it, it's 427's office. No way, and it has buttons and way and screens and everything. So, wait, what?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Yeah, I mean, original game.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No, I don't.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Oh,
yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
You'll be back.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
You'll be back?
The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Are you gonna wait? But the end's loading again. No, wait. How many ends keep loading? Why do ends keep loading? This is ridiculous, you know? What? This look... Yeah, the game just restarts. That's hilarious. Okay, like, we got... Let's see that... Then... 2 viewers... Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah, but yeah, well, I kind of forgot to open the chat on here. Yeah. This. What? Okay, let me see if, like, come on, the chat needs to open, man. Like, why isn't it? Like, come on, stupid technology. Okay, that's great. It's not even opening. Refresh, and it's not gonna work apparently. Tap to unmute. I don't need to unmute because there. Okay, that's Alright, what Alright then, just gonna... What the...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The stupid meeting room I keep going to over and over, that's crazy, you know. Like... Okay, can the game stop lagging then? Whatever this is, you know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, this is the left door. I'm definitely not direction blind or whatever, you know.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did he?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, oh, wait, this lounge looks familiar, no?
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Yeah, so gorgeous.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Yeah, it's so horrible to not go to this room ever in your life, you know? Ever in your life.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Okay, you forgot about the part where I'm staying on the plant, though. Because it's...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What do you mean the first open door? Now I closed it, so it's now not even open anymore. So technically it's
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, I can't go through an open door if it's not open to begin with, you know, because I closed it. Yeah, just such a troll alert. Wait, what? Penalty for misuse? I misused it all.
Look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back.
Oh, it isn't?
You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below.
Why would I jump to the floor?
You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
How would I make it? You know, this...
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Yeah, I'm not getting fined for doing both of these things. I did both of these things. I'm not doing anything. Nothing's happening.
Whoops.
What?
Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Bro really expect me to survive that? Did he really genuinely expect me to survive that? Like, how does that even make sense? It makes no sense at all. It's... Okay, let's get going, you know.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
My co-workers
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, I'm sure I definitely just missed a memo. Nothing to worry about, really. Stupid memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, and he keeps telling me I'm wrong, even though this is obviously the left door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Okay, man.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It's stupid little...
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
Okay, how do I
Its
get over
grace, its subtle charm.
Subtle charm?
No.
Right.
Stanley knew it was something deeper.
Bro.
Something darker.
Darker? What? Oh, was there a dark plot here before? Oh no, I'm out here then.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, the first open door doesn't exist. See, you know, yeah, totally just,
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, I'm so bad at following directions, it's so stupid, you know? Okay, what if I just do the thing without activating the lift, you know?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yep.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Really? The end keeps loading over and over? Oh, what? Okay, the game's paused. Yeah, it keeps pausing. That's so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, how am I supposed to go to the meeting room if you keep giving me the wrong directions? Because I'm definitely not just getting them wrong, you know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to enter the door on the right because apparently the left one's wrong, even though you keep giving me the stupid directions, you know, that aren't even correct, you know. Wait. Okay, there, I made it to the meeting room, you know.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Hey, where'd everyone go?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Get Chris out of the broom closet. Wait a second. Why does that name sound familiar? Anyway, lol, like, what the... room. Is Chrissy in here? Is Chris all in here, lol?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I didn't. I'm just gonna stay in here forever until I find Chris, lol.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Why are you calling it empty? There's obviously stuff in here, and maybe even, like... Oh, look, it's a broom in a broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Was it?
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I'm doing sweet fuck all? Okay. Yep, I think that's what that means, because we've done research on that all.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep, of course.
Standing around doing nothing? Why?
What do you mean, why?
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, the whiteboard said to get Chris out of the broom closet, lol. So why else would I be in here trying to find him and get him out?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Okay.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Okay.
But it didn't even occur to me, because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
You never would have thought to mention the broom closet? Then why is it in this? Why is it here to begin with then? Oh.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yep, it is.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
Yep, broom closet.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh yeah, my friends are so concerned about this, even though the whiteboard literally said Chris.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Seriously, you're gonna roast me? You're gonna roast me now? That's ridiculous. You fat shame me.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm dead? What?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Oh yeah, that definitely
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby
so as to ensure
that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
What?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
No, I'm not.
They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Yeah, except no one's here, so I guess I'm just gonna pretend to be dead and not do anything. No, I'm not doing that.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Second player.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Yeah, plot twist, I'm the exact same person who stepped in here.
You too?
Yep.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
Fungus?
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, the story? What if this is the story where I'm just trying to get someone out of a room closet? That is it. What is this all? Bro, what the... Chris is concerned about me being obsessed with broom closets, lol. Oh yeah, but I'm just a completely different person now, according to the...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This looks like the upstairs to me. What? What is that? A light. What the heck is that, bro? I can't hardly read that. It's so low. It's so small looking. Fire hose. What is the parking lot?
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
What?
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
This looks like the exact same
His boss would think he was
thing.
crazy. And then something occurred to
1, 2,
Stanley.
3, 4.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Definitely not.
None of it made any logical sense.
Wait, what is this?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Wait, why are
and for
doors
that matter,
behind?
these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yeah, I think...
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What is this?
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Oh, this is a dream?
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
I'm flying. I'm already flying because I
imagined
only
himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
It says exit
And then
there,
perhaps
so...
the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Why is there a voice in my head?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Not a dream. What?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
For what?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Close my eyes.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Did he?
The press of the mattress on his back.
What?
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Okay, man.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
What?
My life is normal.
Job.
I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yep, everything will totally be fine. Yep, that's that.
I am okay.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely... Just gonna keep walking now. Okay, yep, we're gonna keep walking.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? Everything went black? Bro's crazy now. He's insane now. He's crazy. He became...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who's Mariella? What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Okay.
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
Okay,
this much
hold a
she
briefcase
knew.
like that, bro.
Everyone knows what crazy people
Is he
look
just
like.
even holding it?
And in
Doesn't
that
look like
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am saying,
What?
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Turned and ran? Are you kidding me? Like, Stanley just died in the town? Like, crazy person. Like, an absolute crazy person there, you know? Oh dear. What is... Or what the...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, it's like you have to say, yeah, what is this? Hey, what the? Wait, where did the two doors go? Where did that famous two doors go? Okay, that's such a far, long walk there. What's up with that? What is this new content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content?
Yeah, whatever that means, you know. What the? What is this? The end is loading again. This keeps happening though. Or what the? No, what the?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep, that's right.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Pack, or why I say stim pack? It's obviously not a stim pack.
Step in.
Like I literally just said stim pack like it's a Fallout game, but no, it's not.
Inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ultra Deluxe content? For what?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
What?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go.
Why did it take so long for the elevator to work?
At long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Do it? What? This,
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Literally just an elevator. What is this? What?
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Wait, jumping in this game is crazy, you know? Yep, that's just jumping. Okay, yep, 20 jumps though, wait.
Is that it? surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah, there's no way they just add jumping, that's it, right? There's no way that's the only thing, right? You know?
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Yeah, they're not positive at all.
It's just elevators and jumping.
Yeah, well, what?
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
There's more?
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay, well, what's the... Wait, what?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh my God.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
It couldn't.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Stanley Parable.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Jumping's just a gimmick, isn't it?
What do you say,
like,
friend?
Jumping's like unnecessary in this game, so like what's the point of adding jumping? It's just a useless gimmick, yeah. Like what it like it's just it is the end is loading again. Yeah, what? What is this? Oh, that pain looks very familiar. What the?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Sunset, living in the West. Fair, what is that out here?
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Stop roasting me. Why are you so obsessed with roasting me? You know?
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Yeah, we're now an Among Us character because we're now venting through the vents. It's like... Okay, let's go. Wait, what the? Coffee nut? I wonder what's up there other than a fan, maybe. I don't know. Wait, it's not even a fan. Why am I calling it a fan? It's like a spinning thing for fence, you know? I guess, yeah, I guess it is a fan technically, but... The end keeps loading? What's up with the end loading? Like, it says end is never, but then else the end is loading. So, yeah, it's just not... It's just... Yep, the end keeps loading. It keeps loading. What?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to... Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Wait, the game's...
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Yeah, it'd be better if the dialogue didn't randomly just cut out randomly. So, but what is this? Hey, what the...
I call it the Memory Zone.
Wait, what?
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Okay.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay, there's a basket that...
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh yeah, I recognize this website, but I don't think it's like this anymore. It's literally just updated for this game, but... The release Stanley Parable in 2013. Don't forget. A Russian language for Stanley Parable. Okay, man. Zone, secret zone. Audience award. Collector's edition. What the? Loving memory. Oh, what? The Stanley Parable demo. Don't play for 5 years. Oh yeah, from the original game. Yeah, I've actually been trying to do that. And like, I literally stopped the game 2022. So like, you know, it's like 3 years into that achievement now. It is impossible to get the achievement. No, wait a second. Is that the woman from earlier? Oh my god, it's when Stanley went crazy. Ah! Well, LA Times Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Okay, yep, it's new video game releasing to. Okay, I highly doubt that's what the news does. I mean, yeah, whatever. What the little Stanley? Hey, what? What, someone singing in French? Serious?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Actually, it was more like 1 minute of elevator content, 1 minute of jumping. So, like, yeah, 2 minutes in total for the new stuff, alright? What is this? Stanley Parable by Narrator 2013. Interaction Award. Wait, so even the original mod of the game used to have awards? No way, that's crazy, you know? What the... Oh look, it's the 2 doors, like, person of the year is, I need to put on my glasses for this. I can't exactly see who that is. I mean, I don't know what that's about. Wait, what? It's the same woman again, but as like a figurine. What the heck? Oh, it's that one app where you, yeah, it's like that one app for like making source schemes or whatever. Yeah, that's what that is, isn't it? The serious room, yep. The Portal, Minecraft. Oh, yep, because they were in the game originally, but they got removed in this Ultra Deluxe game. That's so funny, you know? Like, what memories on maintenance? Buy on Steam? Okay, I'll just do that, and, you know, what the...
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Alright, yep, that's great, you know, what the... People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything, literally anything. Well, that's crazy. What kind of bench is this? Like 2 benches in one, or... Like, why are some of them broken off here? Like, that thing's there. What? Carpet textures. Missing coworker scenario. Repeatable. Oh yeah, so like, and like these missing coworker scenarios yellow. That's funny and hilarious, you know. Snake oil salesman, something. I can't read that. It's low quality. Is this a bike? Snake oil salesman. How many times I've heard that phrase in a game is like Wait, what the top 10 memories from the Stanley Parable, the serious room. Oh, fine, the serious room. Yes, it's the most serious room in the history of gaming. You know, that's so funny. You know, it's oh yeah, the red and blue doors, and apparently I'm colorblind because I went for the wrong door. Lol.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
They were.
But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
The door actually opened. It was like maintenance door. What?
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Cold drinks. I can't even get any cold drinks. I would like drinks, you know, like what the? What is this?
Oh no. Oh God, no.
What?
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Steam?
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Okay, yep, the containers of Steam reviews. Like what?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game
What?
to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny?
He's unfunny?
I'm not trying to be
Whoa,
funny.
whoa.
I'm trying to make a serious
You
work of
could have
art.
killed me there.
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to
Face
insert
first.
into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick
You
them.
couldn't imagine. Okay, what's this? It's a blurring positive review. That's hilarious. What the?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Preachy.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy.
Okay.
Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
Terse?
You can't know how much
What?
fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
Okay.
But maybe it wasn't.
Go.
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Track record.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
You let them down.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Okay, fine. Like, what the? It's literally, you know. Wait, that looks like the serious table from the most serious room ever. From the most serious room ever. Like, it looks the exact same, you know. Steam reviews, like, what? What is this over here? What? Oh.
What's this one got to say? You
supposed
constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
9.
I wish there was a skip button.
Skip button.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I...
Like, they... And like all those reviews that you just seen are actually real reviews from the original game, but like they like changed the usernames out.
I'm truly too preachy then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh, yep, that's... Hey, did the world outside of this room just disappear before my eyes?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
It is.
And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get.
All right.
Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up.
No.
Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably
the same thing again.
We all.
Okay, you already said that, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Oh, you're back, you see?
Yep,
you were
I'm
only
back.
frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Yep.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Treatise?
Or maybe a manifesto.
Manifesto.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought?
For what?
Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time, by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently.
Oh, you do?
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
Has it?
All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit.
Well, yeah, you're going to say
but that's the
over and
power
over.
of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
You can change your review on Steam. That'd be stupid if you could. Oh wait. Okay, fine. You can literally do that, and it's like, oh yeah, of course, the narrator doesn't know that. Why would he know that?
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Alright, yep.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
It already exists, narrator!
Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
Yeah, imagine abusing the editing feature of editing your Steam reviews, so like, they're just gonna yap about that for ages, so might as well just skip, right?
Look, I would... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not
where'd the door go?
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I thought there was a door here.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Right here.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
How...
I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Okay.
I swear there was.
While we check that out, I'm just gonna do this, you know.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Yeah, there's no way out of the room. Like, whatever happened to the door, you know? Like...
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those... Oh, Stanley.
What?
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
What?
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
It's been a week?
Or 2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here.
What?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
A year?
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Yep, that about sums it up, so might as well skip. Wait, what? Where is he? Why is he not talking? What the? Oh, I think this vent thing here is kind of running out of its life or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what happened to narrator. Why is not he talking? Now what? Did this alarm clock just break? Did the tree just die? The tree. That's not good.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a...
Okay, yep, the narrator's gone insane. Because we've been in here for ages. It's been like, what, a million years, and he's eventually lost it. He lost his, temper, or I mean, like, I don't know, like, literally going crazy.
The end is never the end, is never the end,
is loading,
never the end,
the end is loading,
is never the
end,
is never the end, is
loading, the end is loading, the end is loading, the end is loading, the end is loading, the end is never the end. These pipes are leaking, that's not good. Yeah, hopefully these pipes don't burst or something. That would be bad, you know. That would be bad if the pipes burst. Oh, what? That's not good, is it? This entire, part is broken. Also, like, the painting's all run, it's like the paint's wearing out on the wall. Which is actually pretty good detail, like, how the paint's, like, wearing off. Like, you know. What? Is it daytime? Is that why it's bright all of a sudden? Must be. Yeah, that's crazy. What? What is this? Well, nature kind of just broke into this place. That's great, you know. Hey, what? Yeah, everything in danger has died now. What's that noise, though? I don't like that noise at all. That's not good. Wait, what? Okay, that's not. I don't like that. That's a very scary noise, you know? What? Did this room just break completely? It's like turned. What? Yeah, I guess we're so far into the future that everything's all dried up and destroyed. Well, that's not good, is it? Like, we went so far into the future, everything's all just dried up and destroyed. This is not good, you know? Like, are you kidding me? This is the way the world is making us skip so much into the time. This is not good. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? And just like that, we're back at the beginning of this game. Oh, okay, the game's now just... Or, I mean, my computer's lagging all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That's weird. Let's just keep going.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hey, what?
What could it mean?
Where did my co-workers go?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? Wait a second. These light plugs were not here before. What? Why is there a giant new content door?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He doesn't care that I just walked past it. He doesn't even care that I just walked past it. Why did not care that I just walked right past it, you know? I thought he was going to say something about that, you know?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Is he seriously not going to say anything?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, we'll restart the game then. Because maybe then he'll say something, I don't know. Let's see it then.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
Brightly lit?
He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Alright, let's see if he'll actually say something. I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Bro, you're telling me he doesn't give a crap that you just walk right past the stupid sign? Wait, who's calling me? What?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately.
Really?
And cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, that's not a good start at all. And just like that, and it's... Alright, yep, that's the end of the stream because because, like, yeah, I guess we'll do part 2 at some point, maybe Tuesday. Yeah, I think Tuesday's the best bet, but it might be tomorrow. I don't know. Like, yeah, like, I kind of just, like, Tuesday's, like, the best time for me to stream kind of thing, like, you know, but in some circumstances, it might be literally any day, so that's kind of the thing, you know, like, alright, well, that's the end of the stream then, so thank y'all, even though it's, like, you know, so, yeah, that's the end of the video. I've been streaming, of course.